What's up, YouTube? So, today's video is going to be about the whole Biden situation because somebody was wanting some clarification as to why what is the whole Hunter Biden situation is, how can we say, shows corruption. Okay, pretty much my understanding of the whole situation is while Joe Biden was vice president, he was in charge of the uh, region around Ukraine. So all the small countries, nations around uh, Ukraine, Joe Biden was in charge of the diplomacy in that area. Now, during this time, his son, Hunter Biden, was able to get a job at a company. Seriously, Randy? Really? Nice. Yes, the cat. This cat. Right here. See? Yeah, likes to get in the videos. Miss Annoying. Anyway. Uh, while Joe Biden was vice president, he was overseeing the diplomacy in the region that includes Ukraine. His son Hunter Biden was able to get a job, well, not a job, but a board position at a foreign country that he didn't speak the language and in a field he has zero experience in. But yet he was able to get a board position making $50,000 a month. Some people say 80,000, but I'm gonna say 50,000 because that's what's being reported, and that's what's on record. Well, the bombshell that was recently released by Rudy Giuliani and the New York Post was that a computer repair guy had Hunter Biden's laptop that was left there. So, according to the story, Hunter Biden went to a repair shop, I believe in New York. I forgot where it was at. But he went to the repair shop because the laptop had gotten wet or something, and it was needing to be fixed. The last time he was there, he bought a part for the laptop and just left it there. The repair shop has a 3-month waiting period where if the owner doesn't come and pick up the electronic within 3 months, it now belongs to the business. So, 3 months passed. It was no longer Hunter Biden's possession. It was no longer his laptop. It was now the property of the repair shop. A few months later, the repair guy, the owner of the shop, heard about the whole Hunter Biden story and remembered he had a laptop that belonged to Hunter Biden. How do we know it belonged to Hunter Biden? Because it had, I believe it had the Hunter Biden, or the firm that Hunter Biden started. It had a sticker for it. It also had his credentials. It had access to his emails, as well as the emails that was saved onto the hard drive. And it doesn't help that when the repair person, after he gave the information to the FBI and Rudy Giuliani, and the story was getting talked about, it didn't help that the lawyer called the repair shop and asked for the laptop back. So if you want confirmation, hey, that's a big confirmation right there. But pretty much in the emails said that during these for 7 years, Joe Biden has been saying he knew nothing of Hunter's business dealings. Well, come find out through the emails, Joe did know what Hunter was doing. So that confirms that he lied. So he pretty much lied about not knowing what his son was doing. It was also shown that the CEO of the company, Burisma, while the company was being investigated, the CEO left Ukraine and went to another country during the time the company was being investigated for corruption. It also confirms that, yes, Hunter Biden did tell the Ukraine government the only way they will get this money, the military aid, the 3.6 billion, I believe it was, the only way they can do that is if they fired the investigator of Burisma. Hello, Addie. Yes, my stepdaughter just walked in. She was outside playing. Okay. But while the company was being investigated, the CEO was gone, and Joe Biden was emailed by the CEO of Burisma. Well, Hunter was emailed by the CEO of Burisma to request that Hunter's dad, Joe, go to the Ukraine government and request that they fire the investigator so that the CEO could come back. Well, to get rid of the investigator, pretty much, to end the investigation. Joe Biden bragged about him doing this. I don't care what you say if other countries were wanting the investigator gone or not. They didn't do nothing they didn't make threats of withholding aid to Ukraine. Joe Biden did while he was vice president. That's the problem. Joe Biden went while he was in Ukraine, talking to the Ukrainian government, he told them to fire the prosecutor of Burisma or they will not receive the military funding. And within a few hours, they did. They fired the investigator. So they were able to get that military funding. Now, like I said, everybody's going, well, the leaders of these other countries were wanting the investigator fired as well. So the dude was corrupt or lazy or whatever. And it's just like, well, here's the thing. They didn't do anything to get the investigator fired. They just didn't like him. But they didn't stop him from investigating the company. Joe Biden did. Joe Biden, as VP of the U.S., pretty much bribed a foreign country to do what he wanted. For a business his son was working at. That shows favorability. No matter how you try and defend it, that's conflict of interest. Then the new investigator of Burisma, within a month, had closed the case, cleared the company of corruption charges and everything else, and the CEO, once he heard within a week, came back to Ukraine. Now, since Trump's been president, he has been pushing for the investigation to be restarted, and it did. And the CEO is again out of the country. He is not in Ukraine. He is in another country. So, yes, Abby. I will in a moment. Okay.
The little, I'm going to hurt my sister, and it's going to be my fault.
Addison, if you hurt your sister, it would be your fault. Be careful. Yes, that's my 4-year-old stepdaughter. I was talking to her because she is outside playing with her sister. We got our roommates out there watching them. I'll be back out there in a second. I just want to make this video. But, as I was saying, this whole Hunter Biden, Joe Biden situation, there is clear evidence right there. Even if you just go by Joe's bragging about it, there is clear evidence of conflict of interest, which we should have an investigation into that. It's not hearsay, like with the whole Trump hates the military. Trump wants you to put bleach in your system. All of that is just like, no, that's stupid, that's retarded, that's fake reporting. And yeah, we're listening to those retarded stories instead of this one. We're investigating those stories. Okay, Addie. We're investigating those stories instead of this one. My question is, why? The whole Trump hates the military has been debunked. The whole Trump telling people to drink bleach, that's been debunked. The whole Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, that has not been debunked. I don't care what you say. It has not. There hasn't been an investigation into it. Yes, she can.
Okay.
Well, anyway, that's all for today, YouTube. Peace.